Hello, my name's Henna
And my name's Shah.
and we're here to reflect upon our fair applications.
We're going to firstly be reflecting on the actual assessment and then upon the results that we got.
Overall, I think my bail application went pretty well. I put forward my submissions, which I originally started off with, which I had planned. I tackled the questions which the judge asked pretty well as well, I think, because to be asked questions on the spot which you're not actually going to be aware of to start off with, I think is pretty daunting to start off with. But like she said near the end of the application, that I dealt with the questions pretty well, as opposed to just letting her win her way and just avoiding the question totally. What I think I could improve on is, I think, the structure of my submissions. I started off with a good introduction of who I am and who I was representing and the act that was involved, but I just jumped straight into the submissions without introducing what submissions were going to be submitted. Not only that, but near the end, I think I didn't conclude either. I just went straight onto my submissions and that's it. Whereas what I should have done was concluded everything put together and just made sure that each point was made clear in the conclusion. Yeah, how do you think it went?
Mine went okay. Firstly, I got to mine at the wrong time, so I had to arrange for that to be done on the same day but much later on. But overall, the assessment I think went very well. I just think towards the end I was pushed for time a little bit. I think some of my submissions were a bit too lengthy, like a bit too in depth. But towards the end I did have to rush a little bit, which forced me to speed up the way that I was presenting. So I think that was a slight disadvantage. I think the structure of mine generally went very well because I think a lot of this was, I was experienced from this because of the moot that we had done last year, and it was a very similar structure. So I think structure-wise mine went well. It's just I think I was pushed for timing a little bit, and I just had to rush towards the end. But other than that, I did feel that mine went quite well.
Were you happy with your result?
Results-wise, I wasn't too happy because I only got 2-2, so I was expecting slightly more. And I thought because my client was granted bail, I did think that I did quite good for them to grant bail. But I think what happened was, in my feedback, what was pointed out was the fact that I was rushing my tone, and sometimes I was using the wrong terms of address. So it was just small things, but it wasn't. It was a medium 2-2, so it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything too bad. But I think if I could just improve a few little things, I could maybe be on the next band of maybe achieving the 2-1. How did yours go?
Mine went pretty well. I got a 2-1. But like Shah said, I think it was just the minor mistakes that I did, which prevented me from getting a better grade than I could. But then again, I think it was just because it was a formative assessment. I think it's made me feel a bit better that I could actually improve upon it for my summative assessment in a couple of months' time. So I think just these little mistakes that we did, they're just minor mistakes which you could improve on to get a better grade in the future.
And I think a lot of it is the feedback that we got is quite positive because you can only better yourself and develop from it. So I think when it comes to the real assessments, will be much more better. But that's a reflection of our bail application and the result that we got.